Yeah, man. Illuminati, Juni the Traveler here.
No,
And
we
we back.
in the house. You know, that's my man's in
And
the
that's
house.
Mark the Tech, and I'm Javi.
So
So we
guys,
back today.
Back.
Today's episode is called "The Process of Reinvention."
Definitely.
But before we get into that, how was your guys' weekend? I know.
Fire.
That's good.
Fire.
Cause I know Mark was
I got it. Oh,
you was
shit.
doing some stunt doubling for Post Malone, right?
Post Malone, no hell.
Post
no.
Malone stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying out to be a stunt
Nah, I was
double.
just chilling with the fam. You know, had a
Got
good
some
time.
contracts.
Yeah, that's good. You with Jesse yet?
Yeah.
No, not this weekend.
Nah, all right.
yeah.
Oh, not this week.
Relax.
That's baller status right
You
there.
know, errands and stuff, you know.
All right, so
life stuff.
before we get into what we're gonna talk about today,
Yeah.
we definitely gotta talk about the August Alsina. He came out with a new song, and I was just thinking, like, damn, that sounds crazy. What would you guys do if your old lady y'all in the car and she rocking hard to it, she bumping it, like,
Oh,
like you know.
Yeah.
Yo, make me second guess her ass. She got nothing to take it, but she got.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
So
That's
is
crazy.
that song automatically has to be changed
Yo,
when it
that's
comes
gotta
out?
be, yo, that's a mood swing.
I gotta hear the
Yeah,
song. I
yeah.
still haven't really fully digested
I haven't seen
the
that.
song.
I haven't seen the
so-
song yet, but I gotta listen to
yeah,
it.
could be an issue.
So, you know.
Yeah,
I gotta listen to it.
Nah,
I
we
gotta
just
listen to
straight.
it.
We just a song.
Yeah, it's a song, but-
What?
But if your girl singing to that and she feeling it, you know something
Yeah.
ain't right. You're like, hold on. But
Yeah.
we gotta talk about something, cause
Yo, that should be real too, though. Like, sometimes I listen to a song, my girl be like, "Yo, why you been putting that on? You got a new girl?
Wow.
Why you getting into these R&B hits right now?"
Oh,
You see
You
Mark
know what I
putting
mean?
you see Mark putting the song in the bathroom, hiding under behind the curtains.
Oh yeah,
Not in the
Never
car,
gonna
no more.
hurt you.
that sounds like you.
that's crazy.
Oh yeah, man.
So, anyways, and then I know Kanye West came out saying he
Wow.
wanted to be the president.
Oh,
And how was it? I know you got to watch what he was
Man,
talking
look,
about.
man, look,
What'd you
there's a-
think?
There's a
You
lot
got
of things I
emotional.
gotta-
That's all I heard.
You know what? There's a lot of things I gotta say.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not mad at him being emotional. I'm not mad at him being real to who he is.
Okay.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta be yourself.
But at the same time, there's a few things he gotta calm down with. First of all, you trying to be president. You out here cussing. Two, you out here crying.
Yeah.
You can't leave the country crying, man. I'm sorry, man. I know they say,
Yeah.
you know, American cry, but let's be real. You crying like a baby on stage. I know there's nothing wrong with your emotions, but I'm just saying you can kind of be the president. You represent a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And then you talk about Harriet Tubman. I don't know if y'all heard about that. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I didn't actually hear anything. All I heard was about his wife was about to get the
Yeah, she's about to get that abortion. You know what
Something
I'm
like
saying?
that.
You
Yeah.
know, so actually that made me like him a lot more.
Right.
But as far as looking at him as a president, I think it could be possible. I think if you would have,
Donald Trump was president,
if he,
so
yeah, if
Yeah, that's where I see it.
If
If
he
you
would've
if
came
you
out
see Donald
sooner-
Trump was an actor, he was acting before he came out in movies.
yo,
You know, and Kanye West, what's the difference? You know, he's
Yep.
trying to change his
Yep.
life. He's trying his best. You know,
I
he got his
I
situation
like
going
him.
on.
I think he should have just came out a little bit earlier, because now it's too late. It's already.
But you tell me,
Yeah.
do you want a fake president or do you want a real president coming
That's
out
true.
with their emotion, being real?
That's
He's
true.
being real about it, or you want somebody fake running the country? You know, I'm not a politic or nothing, but really the way I see it, you know,
You definitely-
if I would have voted, you know, I would have voted for Kanye.
yo,
Yeah.
Honestly.
I can't get mad at
Hey,
You
that.
gotta see who's
I can't get
who's
mad
up
at
to
that.
You
bat.
know, I know he probably got
Yo,
some
who
stuff
else-
in the closet, hiding some personal problems, but you know,
Yeah.
people change.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. I mean, there was rumors years ago about Dwayne Johnson might try to come for presidency, and I was like, y'all gonna go for Rock.
Yeah,
That's
but
my dude.
Rock got it a little bit. He's more solid up here.
Yeah,
Not nothing
yeah.
about
Exactly.
Kanye, but he's a little bit more. You know, Kanye. I think he's super advanced. I think he's like one of those one or few superhumans that it's like he sees light years. Like in fashion, he was
Yeah.
light years ahead.
Yeah.
In
Even though he
music, he was
crazy,
light years
so-
ahead.
He
Hey,
crazy
also,
because he got
he
some
likes
shoes that was
different.
like $1.5 million.
You see what we don't
Yeah.
see.
Anybody might know $1.5 million.
The
shoes.
thing,
He
and
crazy.
then he.
There's certain stuff that you can relate.
And then he's done stuff like, you know, we're talking about reinvention today. He definitely reinvented himself. He got into church and all. So I think all that's great.
That's good.
I just in this ball game, the politicking is horrible. But it's one of those things that you got to know what they want. Work with the people. It's one of those things where Kanye, he's just too ahead right now. That
It's hard because now you made me forget about that. I forgot about he was doing the whole church thing, the music with the church. My problem is now you're going for presidency, and you out there, if you say the wrong things, but you was just doing a church thing a year ago, you know, you don't want to contradict your audience too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy like, I'm that churchy guy, changed my life, and then you go to politics, and then you're the opposite of what you just talked about. Because now it's like you playing us for a fool. You just trying to get paid. You just trying to play a host. I don't know. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, we just gotta see what happens. We gotta see what he proves. You know.
we'll see. You know, we'll look more into it. We'll come back with an update.
Yeah,
Well, it definitely made him a real person because when we all most of us been there where it's like, dang, having a child is like decisions.
But we talk a lot about Kanye, but what about Kardashian being the first lady?
Oh,
you didn't talk about Kardashian?
I'm sorry, I'll rephrase it.
VH1 in the White House, you know.
She's a changed woman now.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you base it off that past, you're gonna be like, you gonna have this girl?
No, but you can't. No, but she's doing a lot.
We got
of
mama in
a lot
another
of great
room,
things,
sisters
though.
in another room, you know, the White House.
She's doing a lot of good things.
They
though,
might
so.
try to paint the White House like, oh yeah,
Yeah, no.
But she's actually doing a lot to reform prison systems and stuff.
Yeah,
It's crazy, a
stuff.
lot of stuff that she's doing.
Yeah,
man.
She's doing a lot of good stuff.
And it could be worse.
Right.
Even though it'd be a little uncomfortable because she got a video out and
Yeah,
I know Mark said he's
Ray
seen that
J's song about Ray
nonstop.
J.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna. The reason why I say it's a bad.
Saved on his phone.
I like what you did. I like what you did. I like what Judy did when he mentioned Kim Kardashian. The reason why is because you gotta think about it. Once you get into this position, what they gonna use against Kanye West? They gonna automatically start talking about her past.
Yeah.
And they gonna say, wait, he asked his wife as this. Wait, he did a sex tape. Because when you get into politics,
Well,
all
he
dirt
did
comes
it,
out.
she did.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
All the dirt will come
him
up.
too. He has the sex tapes too.
Yeah,
out
he
there,
got sex tape with
Kanye
what?
did?
Kanye West got sex tapes out there
Yeah,
too.
but that's
you know?
I don't really, I'm
You
not.
feel what I'm saying? So when you
Mark-
get to
Mark-
politics,
Mark-
it's
show
raw.
Parker about those videos, and they told me about it. They were into that. I don't know what happened exactly.
The celebrity special.
Not special?
That's crazy, that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure
Man,
every
I was jealous for
celebrity's gonna have their
nothing. I was
video.
jealous for no reason.
Does it matter if it gets leaked or not?
Right. Okay.
So no matter the size then?
What?
That's what you were talking about.
What happened? That's just
What
happened.
boy think about
Whoa.
that?
I don't know. He was saying something like that with you.
Okay, next subject. Let's
Okay,
keep it
next
moving.
subject. Let's go.
And
Let's
so,
move it.
so anyways,
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
so sometimes the importance of reinventing yourself is sometimes just what you're doing ain't working. You feel like you can't catch a break. It ain't happening for you. It's just one of those things that who you are or who you were could only reach so much, and then you have to evolve. Like I don't know, like a Pokemon. You know, once you reach a certain level to get extremely better or to learn new things, you evolve.
Yeah.
I like that.
And we all been there. I don't know. Do you guys have any situations where you had to reinvent yourselves? Should I start off?
Plenty.
Well, I know with me, I started in the fashion industry, selling clothes, had a good time, made a mistake, not to keep bringing up the past, 2011, got caught up, lost everything, had to start all over.
You were 11.
So 2011.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you was 11.
Yo, you doing real estate at 11.
That boy got a
No,
blast.
no,
Right.
That boy is blessed.
2011. So I got caught up,
Okay.
had a little issue, basically had to start from scratch, lost everything.
Damn.
So I come back out, I had to do a little bit of time. Come back out and things are different because it's like, all right, well, I can't move how I was moving because now people look at me funny or this. You get plagued. Your name get not, stuff happen. And basically got into real estate. So it's a different crowd, different people. So I had to move differently. So not that I changed my name, but I went by my first name versus the name people normally know me as.
Right.
Had to eat a little different. I was dressing different, and my vocabulary. And then with me changing, so much other things started to change. I started meeting more people. I started. It just things got better for me.
So do you feel honestly that the name change opened better doors to being who you were originally? You know what I'm saying?
not just the name. I feel the name in combination with dressing different, mingling with different people, doing different activities,
Right.
put me into a world that normally before I was not able to be a part of. And another thing changed too. Like when I was the 2011 version of myself, I was constantly getting pulled over. I had the tattoos, still got the tattoos, but I was always wearing like a fitted cap. In the Escalade, it was kind of like, I
You
gotta
were big, huh?
You gotta put
So
them
then
on for a reason.
2011, I'm riding around my grandma. I was struggling. She was like, "Yo, you can hold my Corolla." So now I'm wearing a suit and tie, and in the Corolla, never got pulled over.
Really?
Never.
So because you had a suit and tie, you didn't get pulled over.
Yeah, suit and tie Corolla, the combination of everything.
Sometimes
Because
it's a newer vehicle.
the thing is too is that since I was a real estate agent at the time, I don't know why, but my music I listened to was different.
Okay.
I wasn't listening to what I was listening to when I was in the past. I don't know why. It's
So you
just,
changed your authenticity.
So you
in
changed-
some
yeah,
sense, you know
yeah,
what I
like
mean?
everything changed, and then it was like, okay, it was working for me, so let me let go of the old me
Right,
to become
right,
new.
yeah.
I still love that stuff.
Okay.
I still love that music. I still love those type of things. I love fashion. It's just I knew when I was stepping into the new world, a lot of that stuff had to stay. It couldn't come with me.
Yeah.
But anyways, enough about me. So
Damn.
it's
Yeah,
true.
you gotta-
And then, believe it or not, I had a lot of success selling houses, and a lot of people didn't even know the old me existed. And then when I got cool people, I let them know, and they was like,
Yeah.
"What? There's no way that what?"
Yeah.
But it happened,
That's
you know.
cool, that's
Then
cool.
after that, I reinvent myself all over again. But that's a different story.
Yeah.
Me and my life,
Absolutely.
my life. I'll make it short, you know. I'll make it short.
Take your time. Take your time.
Gotta-
Take your time.
You
You
know,
like,
we want to hear
like
the
a
whole-
child. You know, he's
Where's
a
the
child.
start? I
wanna hear the whole story.
He gotta travel
It's a
slow.
lot. It's a
The
lot.
whole story. Go
It's a
ahead.
lot.
Whole story,
No, I
Joey.
spoil. I
This is
spoil
live.
everything
This
if
is
I
Joey,
say
this
those
is
words.
live.
Unscripted, unedited. So let's keep
It
it.
started
straight.
when I was basically my life when I was 16.
Mm.
You know, I had my first daughter. That's when life really hit me harder than where I was passing in my childhood. I was going through things when I was in my childhood, especially too. You know, when I started growing up, I started, you know, like everybody else, starting early.
Yeah. Right.
I used to be in the streets a lot. I used to be in the parties and you know, the girls.
Living your best life.
And you know how it is. You know, Illuminati. You know, no, being real. Just being real. For real. I started early, and it was a real hard life that I went through in between. I went through a lot of challenges in my marriages. I had to lose a lot of people. I lost my grandfather. I had my father getting cancer. Having my son getting diagnosed with muscle dystrophy Duchenne.
Wow.
Plus, on top of that, having my son having autism and getting that diagnosed. You know, when father goes to get him tested for a certain thing and you don't expect that's gonna happen,
Right.
and
right.
other stuff pops up that you don't. There's stuff out of your hands. You know.
Exactly.
In between all my storms, I had 3 death encounters in my life.
Damn.
3 hard death encounters. The last one made me wake up, made me snap in my head, made me think, made me, you know, clear up a lot of stuff in my life. I looked, I took like a journey in my past, and sometimes when you're by yourself and you're going through that storm and that depression hitting you and anxieties, and when you can't wake and you can't sleep and you wake up in the middle of the night, and it's a lot of hard stuff you go to.
Right. Right.
And I just went one day, and I remember multiple times I went through this. It's just I'm gonna give you the story short. It's a process.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you the process I went. I used to break down really on my own. I used to cry. I used to get in the shower, and that's my time by myself. I think that shower, when I take a hot shower and by myself, I just wanna, you know,
It relieves you.
relieve me. One time when I was in the shower and I started just emotionally breaking down and crying, and
Oh, yeah.
one day I need a change. I need changes in my life. I need a difference in my life. And I started praying one-on-one with God out loud, like I'm talking right now. But I was talking from my heart to God. And I've been through this situation after that time, and that time that I had that moment was 2018.
Right. Right.
And when I started thinking and opening my mind was after my stab wound, after that time.
Yeah.
So how did I get out of that depression? And I'm not gonna tell you I got out of the depression, because if I tell you, I'm lying to you.
Exactly.
Honestly, I've been working on myself, and my way how I did things is I had to cut a lot of people in my life. I had to do things that were uncomfortable, things that people really don't like uncomfortableness, so they run away from it. But I feel like I even put myself in positions that I was forced to go through this process in my life to be able to wake up.
Right.
So you gotta know your enemy. So for me to know my enemy, I had to know my depression, my anxieties, you know, I know my own self, you know. So I started writing my stuff down, my goals.
Mm.
I started, how do I want to grind? What do I want in my life? What, I'm going to say it in Spanish. ¿Para qué yo vivo? For what do I live for?
Right.
What do I love? Who are my loved ones? So I did a list. I started putting people. I got in my old Facebook. I got on my stuff. I started deleting people that I didn't like. I started cleaning up my closet. When people say clean out your closet, it means in your mind. Clean up your damn ass closet.
Yeah.
Forget about
That's
everybody,
it right there.
forget about everybody
Got you,
else.
you know what I'm saying?
Forget about who everybody else
Got you.
thinks about you.
Your household is
Go.
So I
People
started
go.
pop, cutting people off, and I started writing my goals and approaching my goals. The thing is, for you to do this, you gotta have time. So I have time in my life. So I don't sleep a lot. Every day I think. Every day I grind in my mind. When people are grinding out there working, when people are grinding out there, I'm into myself and emotionally working with myself, working with my depression, my anxieties, and everything, my goals. And usually I approach my stuff, my goals, writing the stuff down and knocking the stuff down one by one. No hesitating, not rushing stuff up. And I've been doing this since I started doing this for the past year and a half, almost 2 years. Before that, my time was killed with the girls. My time was killed with going out. My time was killed with doing this, doing that in the street, stuff that didn't matter. And now I'm using that time wisely, looking at the stuff I've done in my past, writing my stuff down, using my time wisely now that I got another chance in life. I'm alive. I'm here. I got beautiful kids. I got a beautiful family. I never thought that I was going to feel the way I feel now. I got a great ex-wife, super great ex-wife. I don't got a lot of stuff talked about her. I know we went through a storm, but what's dead in the past is dead for me. I talk about what I have to talk because I want to teach people what I went through to be able to help somebody out there that really need help. But really, nothing's impossible. From what I went in my past, from now, just no regrets. I feel great. Great relationship with her. Great relationship with her husband. Great relationship with my new wife. New family. Another kid coming in my life. I feel like that's another chance.
Just
A blessing that not much people get. And so I see that, and I'm just, that's the way I do my things, just, cutting it short.
I walk with you, man. That's
good,
nothing but
man.
love, man.
And just, coming from my heart.
And recently we just had a name
Proud of you,
change.
bro.
I don't know if you guys watched before, but he used to go by Juni Booney, and now it's strictly Juni the Traveler.
Strictly
Juni
Juni the Traveler. I said that, Juni Puni, like everybody ever knew me, street name. Street name.
That's his name.
You don't call me no Juni Puni, but not llaman nada.
Oh, but that sounds good though. Juni Booney for everybody who knew me.
Yeah.
It
Too late now.
It really does. It really does.
But so now, what's about you, Mike?
Mike.
Mike.
Well, forgot
Mark.
his
Oh, Mike
Hey,
Tyson.
hey, Mark definitely reinvented himself. This
Money
dude,
Mike.
yo, man, we be chit chatting, and I'm like, dang, my boy worked from Advanced Auto Parts,
Oh, yeah.
Microsoft,
Hey.
who else? Dunkin' Donuts.
Everywhere.
Advanced Auto Parts.
This guy's worked
Subway.
everywhere. Subway, what else? Target.
Target.
Yo, my boy been all over the world.
We buy
eBay
yourself.
business on there.
eBay.
Man, doing it big out there.
He worked around the corner at
Xbox
at
Live.
Computers and More.
Oh, yeah.
And
Tech 9.
You just gotta find one.
Yeah.
yeah. So Mark's
Mark
definitely
Attack.
been around. He definitely tried
Yeah.
some stuff. And yeah, you actually worked at that junkyard, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What were they
yeah.
called?
Remember that.
Spivey?
Yeah, I really don't want to shout people out, So,
Hey.
I don't want to give them any business that they don't really.
Nah, for sure.
Everybody
Mark,
It's about being real. It's about being real.
Everybody
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
The
be
reason
real.
Mark don't want to shout them out,
Hey.
hey, they
Nah, I'm
told
gonna be 100%.
hey, hey, what they told you, Mark?
Yo,
Wow.
What they told you?
This guy told me he said you're not gonna be worth nothing. He said that you're worth less than a bagger at Publix, bro.
Really?
Wow.
Straight up told me that.
And he
So-
said that he's like, I know you're retarded.
Really?
No, he didn't say
You know
that.
what?
He didn't say that.
I hope he's watching this video.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
But anyway,
The sweetest
we
revenge
like
is your
that.
money.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
got mad at Mark because he didn't take the tire out right or something.
Nah.
And
You
they
know
was
what
like,
I'm
yo,
saying?
we gotta let you go, man.
Yo,
Nah.
The
But
sweetest
anyway,
revenge is your
definitely you
money.
gotta reinvent yourself.
So, let
You
us
gotta
know.
keep going at it. You gotta find what works for you. sometimes you may have to stick at a job for a couple of years until you're able to transition into something else that you like better. But you know, just put your work in, just do what you got to do when you get off work. Just keep grinding towards that goal, and reinventing yourself definitely is something where you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different
You need
results.
changes.
You got to change
Even
things
if it's
up.
uncomfortable.
Speak that truth.
Exactly, man. And your daily
Even if
habit
it's uncomfortable.
definitely has a big thing to do about it. With the way you wake up, when you go to bed, what you read, what you listen to, the people you surround yourself with. So definitely, it's a big process.
So when you were looking through all those jobs, what was going through your mind? Like what was
made
missing?
you want to do it?
Because I only had about one job, two
Damn.
jobs. Huh?
2 jobs in your whole life?
Yeah.
Hold up, man.
Two jobs.
Where
and
they do
then,
that at?
I like 10.
well,
Where they do that at?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you
No,
about
you
me.
can do that. I know
It's-
people with 2
Hobby.com?
jobs. I know
No,
people that have
No,
2
man,
jobs.
you know what it was? I'm a hard worker, and,
Yeah.
and these people were like not treating me right. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I gonna work for you?
Woo.
And I just learned to hustle because I was
Yeah.
never catching breaks, never done. But anyways, it's not about me right now. But
Yeah.
I always wondered that when Mark was
Mark.
Mark was telling me about all those jobs. I'm like, what is it that you wanted that was missing, or what was it that you were looking for that you couldn't find in those jobs?
The easiest answer was to get to the next level.
Woo.
So it was just it's just seeing what the next paycheck was going to be, what the pay level was. Okay, I'm getting an increase. All right, what's in it for me, for my family. So every
So you didn't write
opportunity-
down that job. That
Every
job was
opportunity
just
was up.
optional.
That wasn't on the
and-
list.
And Mark
No,
definitely
wasn't
I
on
was
the
just
list.
looking. I'm
definitely
looking.
evolved in
My
front of my
resume's
eyes.
going out everywhere.
Woo.
We're
Yo,
gonna see what's gonna
and
happen.
he changed drastically, man.
Yeah.
Because
Watch out.
when I first met him, he's like, oh, I can fix a phone. And he told me something about he could charge a battery on a
yeah.
tablet.
I could
And I'm
charge
like,
tablet batteries.
all right, we could,
Yeah.
yo. And then from there, he became a partner,
Yeah.
and he's
Hey, man.
I'm
he's-
surprised
he's
he
been
even
good.
hired me because I
He's
felt
been
like
okay. He's been okay.
It wasn't gonna happen.
Honestly, he was super goofy. Like
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, yeah, I'll call you. And then he
Go
just came
on.
back.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what happened, man?
What happened, bro?
you told me
You said Monday, bro. What's
Yeah,
going on?
yeah.
I'm
so-
around the corner.
but-
This guy is taxing me. I'm
Yeah,
trying to come over here.
Taxing.
But now, it worked out great, man. He's
Yeah.
a great partner, great dude. Look at him like a brother.
Definitely,
And I definitely seen him evolving several times in front of my eyes,
Appreciate it,
faster than I've seen most
So,
people do. But what about you?
Did something in your job make you upset?
Yeah, man. Just being, sometimes you get, you do stuff that you know that you're definitely worth more than that. You know that that's not what
That's how
you
you
want
gotta
to
say
do.
it.
That's not what you want to do for the rest of your life. You kind of, you know it deep inside, and when you clock in, and, you just can't wait to clock out. That's the issue. You gotta
Growing
be
up.
there having a great
No,
time.
and dude,
Thank you.
and we even had some issues. Now that I remember,
COVID free, baby.
like maybe a couple years ago, Mark was like, yo, I don't know if this fixing phone was going through a hard time.
Oh, yeah, trying to be a barber.
The cell phone industry
Oh,
was
yeah,
you
bad
messed
at
up,
the
you
time.
messed up my sidelines and stuff.
Oh,
So then Mark became yo.
Yeah.
and-
Mark had me
and-
cut it.
hey,
Best friend using us as a guinea pig.
He
He went
didn't
to my
let me
garage.
cut
Hey,
him.
bro, I got this equipment.
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of wrong. You
Yeah.
ain't let your, I was gonna let Mark cut me up.
Yeah, he was.
But yo, Mark had a great idea. He was like, listen, bro, I'm gonna hit a new market. I'm not even gonna try to cut heads.
I already know where
He's
you're
like,
going with this.
he's like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do the sacks.
No,
He's like, bro,
yeah.
ain't nobody out here cutting sacks. I'll do 20 a sack. I'm gonna come
Nah.
through fresh. Brother.
Never that.
And I was like, yo, I don't think that's
Yo,
a good idea because they
nah,
gotta
yo.
grab
Maybe
it.
that's why he came with a briefcase at my house.
Yeah,
Me some,
yeah.
I said, no,
A
not
little
that.
back.
I said, just my
Roll it
sideline.
out.
You got mad. You're like, yeah,
Not too
yeah.
much.
I think he did a couple and then he's like, nah,
Nah.
fuck it, I just fix phones.
Not too much.
Damn.
Well, what about you, Preacher Parker? Like, have you ever had to reinvent yourself or?
Man, you know what? Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right, just make sure y'all can hear me.
You live,
Yeah.
baby.
Clear.
Come
All
on.
right, all right. But damn, man, I'm thinking about my childhood, man. Being out there in Brooklyn, New York, most of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I was out there in Brooklyn, raised up in the projects. Brownsville, Brooklyn, for those that don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Second top crime rate in New York right now. That's
Mike
the area.
Tyson.
Like Mike Tyson, like straight up, like
Yeah.
no joke.
GT.
That's that
Gunshots out your window, and you can hear it from the 6th floor building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, wow, that's a different lifestyle I lived in. But my mom, honestly, my mom and my dad, they didn't really work out. You feel what I'm saying? So they separated. She moved to Georgia. It was kind of hard at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Because dad's a single mom raising 3 boys.
She got family in Georgia?
Yeah, she got family in Georgia. You know, my
Refill.
dad's dad lives out there, and she also had
Refill.
a mom out there too. An older lady that's out there as family. So, long story short, my dad came back to our lives out there in Georgia, man. it kind of worked out, you know, because we had a dad back in our life, but then once again, back into that beef, back into that battle. Then one time she actually stabbed him with a butter knife.
Oh,
Whoa.
And I didn't think
That
a
must
butter
have
knife.
That must have bruised the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Let's be real. No, he bled. That's why I know.
He bled?
She was angry. She was angry. He was
Yeah.
like, yo, what you doing? She's like, nah, you ain't coming to my life, the best of my life again. So
okay.
he slunk back to New York City, man. You know, he was gonna do a few things and come back
So
home.
she had got back together with him?
Yeah, she got back together when I was like 10 years old.
That was your dad?
Wow.
Yeah,
so,
my dad.
So
So
you
it's
must
like-
have been super excited.
Hell yeah, you know, as a son, like, yo, my dad's back home. We don't,
Yeah.
cause we don't know what's going on between them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Between
see
them,
your
it's
dad
just-
coming in and you're like, you're
Yeah,
happy.
that's it.
Okay.
Daddy home.
Damn.
I got a
Daddy
bicycle in my
home.
backyard. You know what I mean? I got
Yeah.
a football outside. We about
Yeah.
to do some things. You know what I mean? But
Man, that
when
must
he-
have hurt.
That's that hurt, yo. When he went back to New York
Damn.
City for a few days to do something, she called my uncle up, and next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom, we in California, bro. We in Sacramento living with my uncle. You feel what I'm saying? So now, I don't see my father. So now, I'll be real with you, man. From the realest thing you can say, for most people that are parents or have children, everything like that, no matter what the relationship goes through, you shouldn't separate your kids from the parents. You feel what I'm saying? They should be able to still visit.
100% agree there.
They should still be able to spend time with their child, because now we only hear her side of the story. I'm not against my mom. I love my mom.
Yeah.
But if you only heard one side of the story all your life, you don't get to know your dad.
Yeah,
Now remember,
both sides.
this separation happened in '93. You know, the second time I met my dad was in 2010 when my grandpa died. So imagine going to the funeral, seeing your daddy. I didn't even know who he was.
Wow.
Couldn't even recognize him anymore.
Bro, like, all jokes aside, he was sitting right behind me with a hat on. I told my mom, I said, why this man keep looking at me, yo? She's like, oh, that's your father.
Wow. She told you like that.
Yeah,
She
Man,
didn't
that's
tell
Yo,
you.
weird.
She didn't tell
Bro,
you.
the
That's-
environment.
Did he look like you?
Mm.
Does he look like you?
In some ways, you know, but he's more of a light-skinned, Jason Kidd kind of, Gregory Hines kind of image, you know what I mean? So what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it's like really light-skinned, but he's still black, but it's
Okay.
like real light black. So, you know, he's behind me with a hat on, you know, swagged out. But he's smiling at me and my brothers, and we like, you know what I mean? But the awkwardness, I'm a forgiving dude. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I was like, yo, that's awesome. I can just talk to him after this whole little, you know.
Finally get to connect.
You know what I mean? But some of my brothers have a little, you know, tension, like, man, you know, whatever, because they only got, like I said again, one side of the story. So, you got my mom at the funeral, you got my dad there, you got me and my brothers there, and then we're supposed to take a picture together as a family, you know, just like one more time. My mom was still mad. Remember, they got divorced in '93. It's 2010.
You can't hold that
No,
grudge,
no,
bro.
knock
Yeah,
on
I've
women.
been-
Yo, women,
Yo,
are, women
yeah,
are
I've
good
been
at
some
that.
years
Yo,
back.
You
my
feel what
mom
I'm
is
saying?
still mad at my dad. They broke up in '93.
Damn.
Wow,
feel what I'm saying?
look at
Yeah.
that.
You, got, you can't keep that in your heart.
You can't hold that
And
grudge.
you bring them up, she get hot ASAP. No offense.
Bro,
Yeah.
you can't hold that grudge. You feel what I'm saying? So we wanted to take a picture together. And she was like, nah, and she wasn't feeling it. And the words that he said when I was standing there, he was like, yo, after all these years,
Can't take
you
it.
still holding a grudge. I forgave my past. I haven't seen my sons.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see everybody, and you mad. And you at your dad's funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that.
That's a tough situation.
You
man.
feel what I'm saying? So, long story short, you know, I seen him. We was texting here and there. In 2017, he passed away from another disease and cancer.
Oh, shit.
Rest his soul.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
You feel what I'm saying? He died on Thanksgiving. You feel what I'm saying?
When?
2017. November 23rd. Yep, on
I remember that.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
On Thanksgiving Day. I
New
told
York,
you.
right?
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
Day, I had to go to New York City, see
Yeah.
family. And it's weird, bro, because from 93 to now, I didn't even know my family. They said, oh, boy, you got like 70 cousins. Some of them on
So
TV.
now's the time you're getting to know
You know what I'm
them.
saying? Some
Now's the
musicians.
time.
And I'm like, yo, I don't even know my father.
Yeah.
And they talk about old man out there in New York City. This man was a legend out there in the streets.
Oh,
People
wow.
know him in Brooklyn. They got his name on wall. Bro,
Wasn't he good in basketball
good
too,
at
right?
yo, beast.
Yeah.
Beast. I actually went to school where he played with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So that's a, you know, that's
Wow.
another history.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I'm
did
saying?
that basketball go to you? Or did you
Nah,
suck
man,
at
I wish
ball?
Ball
you-
play with
cause
it.
you-
I digress.
Oh,
I
my
digress.
God.
You play with
I
Marc?
don't know they
Yo,
play
yo,
together.
Yo,
Wow.
yo, Mark is
I
right
ain't
over
gonna
there.
a game,
I,
bro.
I'm out.
Hey,
Hey,
okay,
hey, we
yo.
gotta put a
I'll
game
tell you.
together. I'm trash,
Yo.
but I balled on Mark.
Yo,
I
I
fucking
think-
balled on
no.
Mark.
I can cross
I
people
think, I
over.
think,
No,
I
hell
think
no.
we need to wrap
Hell
it up
no.
soon because I think they'll go play together, right? You gonna play ball
No, hell
together?
no. Speaking of that,
Yo, Ryan can
I
cross
gotta,
over, bro.
I ain't trying to be.
Right?
Hey, I ain't gonna be petty, but one time
He is the crossover man.
we went to the gym and we played basketball at the gym, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So me and Mark playing. Yo, this girl's doing him in. She's like, she's scoring on him, and he's like, oh, bro, she's the fucking the girl version of Michael Jordan. Yo, how about Juni was
Oh,
there?
man.
Wow.
And Juni was like, as we're picking people, He's like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
just
I'm
walked
gonna be
off.
right back.
Yeah.
And he fucking left.
He's like, yo, I'm not playing, bro.
I got dogged out, but I'm way
I
better
don't
than
play.
Mark. I'm way better
Yo,
than
what
Mark.
happened, Juni? What
I'm
happened?
21
I
left
don't
than Mark.
play.
Yeah.
The Puerto Ricans
Some
doesn't
people
play.
play, some
No,
people-
Puerto Ricans do play. Puerto Ricans
But the Puerto
but
Ricans don't
Juni
play.
cannot
But right, yo, you
yo,
I'm the one that don't play.
Juni
That version
cannot
does not play.
dribble.
The one on
You
the other
dribble,
side.
you dribble with two hands, right?
Nah, I don't dribble no hands.
No,
Hey,
dribble.
next-
I can't try to like.
Next episode, we're gonna show Juni dribbling a basketball.
Yeah.
That shit is
Let's try it.
We're
hilarious.
gonna check it out.
Hey, when we found out that Juni couldn't dribble, he was like, nah, I ain't gonna let y'all do it.
He was like this.
Imagine me on baseball.
Yeah.
all right.
I'm like bad on sports. Period.
You don't have like a sport that you was good at?
pool
Like,
table.
Pool table?
All
Okay,
right,
cool.
see,
Yeah, he's good at pool.
He's a pool beast. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call you out anytime then.
Woo!
Pool and Uno,
You're
right?
about to talk
You
something.
said you're good at
Hey,
Uno.
about to
Hey,
talk.
something like that, but racquetball fucked y'all up.
Racket-
Ah, that's true. That's
I don't know how this motherfucker
I
can
don't know.
jump,
That's true.
jump and like hit the ball. Like,
You know
and
those
land on the
little,
floor.
those little Angry Birds. You don't know if you guys, everybody out there, you don't know if you know the
He
Angry
said
Bird
Angry
movie
Bird.
could be, but the little, Angry Birds.
Wow.
I don't know how.
Yeah,
He
next
said Angry
segment.
Birds,
Next
yeah.
segment.
We're gonna have some
We'll
stories.
see which Angry Bird how he looks like.
Anyways,
Yeah.
man, so that's crazy, man. So your pops
Yeah.
passed.
Pops passed away, man. Family funeral going on, man. My dad passed away again. But long story short, when I was working at all these jobs, man, my first job was at Wendy's, man. A true story.
Mark likes Wendy's.
As a
Oh yeah.
as a young boy, I had
This guy.
I went from a part in my life where we used to share clothes with my brothers. And the point was we would share clothes, bro. I used to wear high waters. I don't know y'all know what high waters is, man. With the pants like way up here.
Yeah, they running
They
out.
must be down there.
That's
you know
actually
what
the style now, but yeah.
Yo, ain't that
I
funny?
don't know.
I ain't gonna
That's
get
not my
to
style.
it. You know what I'm saying? I had high
Some
waters,
No, like dressy
same
shoes
color,
that you can
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
yeah,
ankles
yeah.
and shit.
same color sweat
Or the
clothes,
cables.
same color clothes, man. It was a bad time when it came to from clothing to having what you want. I mean, it was great that we lived in a good neighborhood, but as far as having what you needed to look good in that neighborhood,
Yeah.
it didn't matter. You feel what I'm saying? Imagine
Nah,
being in a
that-
neighborhood where
that-
everybody got money and you
It's
ain't.
definitely a fashion show in those northeast states. man.
Yo, I'm telling you, man.
You go
money
you
is
go to
important.
school ready to impress. You don't care about what you're learning. It's about what you're wearing.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
true.
sad, but
I don't know if it's still like that now,
But
but
this is a funny part, though.
Hopefully
You know, my
not.
mom
Yeah.
told me the last thing. She said, when you turn 16, you got to get a job. True story. I think I told you this, Mark. So here I am. I turned 16 the following day. True story. My mom closed the door on me. Said, don't come back in here until you got a job.
damn.
I got Wendy's that day.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying?
I don't know how that's
Nah, I
possible.
don't know
How
how
you
that's-
get a job the same
Say,
day?
16
Fast food is like that.
at Wendy's and fast food. I walked in there, said I need a job, put an application. They said, when can you start? We short here.
That was a blessing.
Yeah, that is.
That's what
Thank
we
you.
call it for
That's
sure.
God right
Always,
there.
always.
God all day.
That's a blessing.
God gets the most blessings. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And I was like, y'all went home.
When you let's see it's right
Responsibilities now, boy. You gonna pay
Yeah.
bills.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to be a man now.
You
You're
gonna pay.
16
At
now.
16.
You feel me? At 16, that's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people doing it for younger ages.
Yeah.
But at least I got it at 16. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Nah,
yo.
that's
Bro,
a
you-
good age to appreciate.
You started
You know
early,
the
bro.
value of
Early,
a dollar, getting your own
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
and, you know,
going to school, you know what I mean? I hated school. I ain't gonna lie, I hated school.
well, I think we all
I
did.
think a lot of people.
No, I hated school, bro. I hated school.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think a lot of people hate it.
I hated
No, I mean, I just had a
You know what I
learning
mean?
disability in school.
I like
so
that.
I
I
didn't
hated
just,
school.
you
Bro.
know,
I went to a WISE program. I don't know if
Nah.
y'all know about that in Florida. WISE program, where like you go to like a smaller classroom for slower learners.
Oh,
Yo,
Mark
yeah.
went. Hey,
I wasn't
Yo,
that.
for
I
real.
wasn't that.
Hey, I was
on a
Most of my
WISE
life,
program,
that
bro.
was
Nah,
And
nah,
I was
for
like,
me.
I was
Mark-
mad as hell. 'Cause
that's
I
why-
knew some of the stuff. The only thing I
Yeah.
wasn't good at was like certain parts of math.
Okay.
Hey, that's called special ed, bro.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just,
that's what
I was in
yeah.
a small ass
Yeah.
bus.
Mark-
Yo,
Mark
if
and
they
Juni
found
were
a
in
picture of
that.
me, I was in a
Yeah.
small
I
ass
was
bus.
100%. I was there.
Doing some
Not
stupid ass
mine.
stuff, bro.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
can laugh at it. You can laugh at it all
You
you
can laugh at it
want.
all
Nah, nah,
you
nah,
want.
you-
Small ass bus.
Hey, you'll make it a joke, but that's not funny.
I was in, yo, look it up, Lyman High School. I was in a small ass school bus, like a retard bus in Castleberry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write
Sit
that
up there,
down.
write that
Write
shit
it-
down. Lyman High School in
write it down.
Castleberry, Florida.
So, we're
I'm
gonna
on a
talk
small
about
ass
it.
school
I
bus.
know-
We
I
was-
never had to take them on the bus like that.
I took
but
bus like
Alright,
that.
so
I
just-
wasn't in they called it LD or whatever class. You know, I was there for
What?
like about a year. Yeah, this is
Alright.
up north. I was from
Short
Philadelphia.
for learning discipline.
From Philadelphia, so I was there for like about
So
a
they
year.
have
Did you
Mark-
drop you off
they-
in front of
hey.
your house?
So let me
Yeah.
tell you about Mark
Yeah.
though. Mark told me he had him.
No, but they're like, why are you in here? They're like, you
Because
getting
he
A's.
was
on
like,
all
yeah,
your-
bro.
Yo, see?
They
They had
said,
to
Mark,
let me
you're
go.
coloring in all the lines good.
No, it wasn't that young. You crazy. Well, you know,
Hey,
you know,
how you-
I almost spit on my
Hey,
drink.
how you put you in special ed for 2 years?
Nah, you crazy.
And Mark was like, nah, bro, A started that and put me
Nah.
back in regular
Yo,
people.
No, they had me in middle school. In middle school, they had me for
That-
In
1
high
year.
school, I heard you
Now-
were, and that's what your mom told me.
Since we all relate to that
Everyone's
conversation.
different, you
Do
know?
you relate to that conversation? Javi?
Everyone learns different.
That's
You
true.
relate to that
Yeah.
conversation.
I
man.
had, all right, I'm gonna tell you about school, man. I had ADHD.
Okay. I think
But
probably
this,
everyone
this
who
was
going
the time,
had that. Yeah.
bro. This
Yeah,
was
so yeah, everybody that now he comes out of the class.
No,
You
no,
know,
no.
Kanye
Go
West.
ahead.
No.
Gotta clean the closet.
no. This was the time before people even said ADHD. So I'm in
All
class
right.
and I'm like here laughing at shit. People being quiet.
You're being
you
a
know,
kid.
it's reading time, and I'm like, damn, I gotta read it like 7 times to understand what I'm reading.
Yeah.
And then I was hard to focus. I would laugh like when it's quiet reading time.
Yeah.
I would laugh or try to be funny and.
Okay.
No, me, I couldn't
So I had
concentrate.
issues,
I think I couldn't
but
concentrate
I think
as much, and I still
But I'm
can't
glad
still
at that
concentrate.
time, like ADHD wasn't something we talked about. It was something like, listen, get it together, because if this teacher told my mom what I'm doing in school and it ain't right, she gonna come in and embarrass me.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
had no problem. My mom would roll up with
It's a
giant
lot.
sweatsuits, no makeup, no nothing, man t-shirt. What's going on here?
Yo,
No makeup, no nothing.
That's mommy.
Baby,
That's
I
how
was like,
me.
yo,
huh?
Maybe it's me, because I got left back in the 10th grade, right? Let me tell you a
Dang.
story. So, like I said, I moved from Georgia. I lived in California for about 5 years. Went to high school out there in California. My mom moved again. She moved to Arizona. Now, when I go to Arizona, they tell me that the programs they had in Cali is not the same in Arizona. So I got to do a year again because I didn't match the criteria of what they had in their state.
I can see
That's
that.
crazy.
I heard.
Oh, wow.
I heard.
Bro,
Oh,
that's
10th
that.
grade?
Bro, 10th grade.
I
That
hate
hurt.
stuff like that, bro.
That hurt, bro. How you
A
gonna-
whole extra year.
How you gonna
whatever
do an
you got.
extra year because Cali school education is not the same as Arizona school? You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't your fault.
I could
It
see
was
that.
out of your hand.
But that still
And they
sucks
call me
though, bro. 'cause I'm like, I'm doing
Messi.
a better
Yeah,
You
year.
got the short end of the
So
stick. It happens.
basically, you graduated at 20.
Thank you.
Oh
Alright.
shit.
I repeated
graduated at
9th grade.
18, luckily.
But I had to repeat it because, I repeated 9th grade.
Yeah.
Nobody knows a lie
Alright,
about me,
alright.
but hey,
That-
talk about me
that's
all day.
alright, now, how does that feel? Like, I never stood back.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't suck in one way. It doesn't suck in
No,
one way.
I got
it does
school.
suck.
I know
I had
for
summer
sure.
school.
It sucks.
I know for sure your confidence has to be broken.
I had summer school
it
once.
has to be broken. You're in school. You're like, yo, I'm doing 10th grade again.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm
I just had a
doing
little
around
ability to have
That has to feel
It-
crazy.
it
When
was
they told me you
suck if I
gotta
was in the
start
same-
again 9th grade, I said,
Yeah.
I'm dropping out.
Yo.
That's when I told my dad, I'm dropping out. Just like that.
Yeah.
That's what you guys want to do. I said, I just can't do
Yeah,
it.
I'm not doing it
Difficult.
again.
They just took me out of Orange County
Yo.
School. They didn't want me in Orange County School.
Yo, but
They
The
kicked
thing
me
is,
out.
if you would have went through, they would have passed you.
They
You
got
can't-
you have to take
No.
county out there.
like, they can't pay you more than.
They were passing me for free.
Hey, but you said you used to rock a hairnet back in the day, right?
Tengo, they used to call me. Forget about that.
Tego?
Tengo.
Tego. I had a friend named Tego.
Damn.
Yo, that's a funny ass
Back in
name.
the afro.
Yo, y'all got me
Yeah.
killing myself over here. man.
So, anyway, so we kind of got a little bit off topic.
Yo, but that chick is funny as
So
hell.
definitely
I
when
think
it
we
comes
think about
to reinvention, man, what are the easiest ways for us to get started on that? Like what
Oh,
can
man.
someone do? Like for me, I changed my name, I changed what I ate, I changed who I hung out with, because I noticed one big problem. One big problem was I was hanging out with people. I had kids at a young age. I'm 20 years old,
Right.
got 2 kids already. I'm hanging out with people that have no kids.
Woo.
So we hanging out, we're going to club, we're doing single people, young kids stuff.
Hey.
And that's not working with what I got going on. I got 2 babies at home
Yeah.
that need daddy's attention, daddy's this. So that distraction or that. And another thing I noticed when you're hanging out with single people, like their actions are different. Everything is about themselves. They didn't have to
Yeah.
share that. So I noticed like it was separate. Anyways, it separated me and my family,
Right.
which was something that had to change. So once I reinvented myself, I said, okay, I'm only gonna hang out with people that are working on their families. And I noticed the activities changed, where instead of going to a club, strip bar, casino, et cetera, we were doing
Family
amusement
type
parks,
stuff, yeah.
parks, stuff with the kids. And
Birthday
I
parties,
noticed instantly
gatherings.
it changed my relationship with my children, with the person I was with,
See what I'm
with
saying?
myself.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I made that adjustment to where it needed to be.
Right.
And I don't know what you guys think are things that are important,
Yeah.
that are necessary when you're doing the reinvention process.
Bottom line about it, from my point of view, man, because of all the stuff I've been through, the poverty, no money, struggling days, can't eat, don't know you want to catch your next ride. I got to a point where no matter where I worked at, I had to be management. I didn't care if it was KFC. I didn't care if it was at the airport. I'm restaurant at 4 different restaurants. I didn't care if it was Starbucks. I'm over here managing at Walmart. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
Uber.
Uber, no matter what it was, I gotta make profit.
Yeah. Did you like Uber though? Not to get off topic.
I'm gonna be honest, I liked Uber.
Yeah.
I would ask Mark when I was telling him, yo man, when I got my Nissan Altima, it was like a 2010, it had 78,000 miles. In 1 year, one more time, in 1 year I was almost at 120,000 miles.
Damn.
Damn, bro.
How much did you make?
If I did it right, and you know, you subtract gas, I was averaging about 2,700 to 3,000 a month. That's more than me doing it
How
most
much?
jobs.
How much?
2,700 to 3,000 a month.
Okay.
And that's out here in Florida, just sitting out there chilling. But at the same time, I'm sitting up here wasting 15 hours of my day, maybe 8 hours of every day. It depends on it depends. But if it was surging, I can make all that money in 2 hours. I'm coming home with $400. So it depends on the night. But then Uber, you know, they start changing policies and how things work.
You know how it's never going to be as good as
You
when
know
it
what I'm
first
saying?
starts.
When you
They
first
try to
start, you
restrict
making that
stuff.
money. Then all of a sudden, like,
They try to tighten it up.
We gotta make it.
Yeah.
We gotta make some changes. And then there was a girl at that bar. I know you know this story. So here I am, Tampa. I'm leaving your crib, Ashley.
Oh, wow.
I drive to Tampa. I pick up these girls, Ybor City. Now check it out. These girls are drunk. Obviously, that's what Uber is about. You pick it up late,
Yeah,
girls in
picking
the
up people.
club,
Taking them
drunk as hell.
to the
They get in the
spot.
car. The girl said, I just came back from Afghanistan. I ain't been here in a long time.
She sound like that?
Like that.
Wow.
I ain't drinking a lot of time. I'm just drunk. I ain't some
Attractive.
pizza. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, cool, no problem. She had 2 homegirls in the back. So she said she had to drive to Bradenton. I don't know, a little small in the city.
No, I haven't heard about that.
So I'm like, all right, cool.
South Tampa.
South Tampa. So we driving. Cool. She's military, so I'm trusting this girl. She's gonna be all right. I'm driving the highway, blowing it, doing about 75, 80. I feel something hit my face.
Oh.
Now, hold on now.
Wait.
Yo.
How did that went? Wait.
Yo. Because we had the windows down the highway for some reason. They wanted the windows down so she could cool off. No
Yeah.
problem. I feel something in my face. I'm like, damn. Then I hear a girl in the back behind me. She's like, yo, something went in my eye.
My eye?
Bro, something went in my eye. So I turned around and I looked at the girl.
Something hit your face and
Bro,
hit your eye?
and it hit the girl behind me in the eye. I turned my face.
You hit her?
And the girl said, and then she puked.
Wow.
Bro,
Wow.
windows down,
In your
70
car.
miles an hour.
Damn. Puke everywhere.
Bro, I got splashed. The girls behind me got splashed.
Oh.
Vomit on the top of my... Bro, she's like, I'm so sorry.
If you guys are eating right now, please don't listen to
Bro.
this.
Yeah, if you were
Yo.
just
You know,
catching
if you
the
guys
vibe.
are just
Yo,
sitting down or
I don't know if
something,
y'all
you
know what alcohol and pepperoni pizza smell like together.
Oh, shit.
But that ain't a combination you want in your car. Yo, I dropped her off. Real talk, she gave me $100 of cash. Said, yo, take care of that mess. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right.
Now, I feel bad for it, but I hit up Uber and I was like, nah, man. Yo, I showed them pictures. They sent me another $160 out of her paycheck.
Hey.
She mad, but I gotta clean up that puke. I pull up to a 7-Eleven. Tell me how there's a police officer out there laughing at me because he sees me trying to clean the car.
That is
when
funny,
I,
though.
When I roll up my windows, there's puke on the windows. When I roll it down, it's just dripping down through my seatbelt, on the top of the ceiling,
Yeah,
underneath
too
the
much,
seats.
too much.
Bro, real talk. I love Uber, but
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
sometimes you have those nights.
It's got its ups and downs.
There was another lady with a guy. They was kicking the back of my seat. She's like, turn that music. I want to hear my music. Husband, like,
Yeah.
yo, calm down. Then he's going to give us a 1-star.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, she keep kicking the back of my seat though.
Yeah.
For real, she just.
That's the thing. You got
No,
people
you
every
don't
ride.
know.
You're gonna have somebody you don't know if they're gonna be cool or not.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an issue or not. So
That's
you know,
crazy.
Yo.
So
you get freedom.
Go
so
back
it's,
with that
you know,
reinvention
So-
thing. You didn't finish there. You
So
went to the Uber.
yeah, so ultimately though, did you stop using Uber? Or?
Yeah, I stopped doing Uber. That was a bad situation.
No more.
No
But
more
anyway,
of that.
keep going with.
Yeah, but you know, I'm
But
just
go ahead.
saying, reinventing myself. And long story short, to cut it short, 'cause everybody got something to say.
Yeah.
Is you know, I just
No,
had
take
to.
your time, man.
Take your time. Take your time.
I just had to establish a different me. So I got to the point where, like Juni, man, take out that Bible or take out that good book, and I start reading some things, and that junk hit. And then that moment when you pray, but nobody's around, man. I know you know what I'm talking about. And this is something
I know
that
what you're
hits you,
talking
bro.
about.
And it's like your whole body just
Your whole
leaves-
soul, right?
Your whole soul
right
just
there.
leaves your whole body. Like it's over. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I had to cry it out, man. And then it changed me, bro. Because when when things start changing and blessings start coming and then more financial gains start happening when I'm not struggling no more, I was like, say no more. You feel what I'm saying? Say no more.
Totally.
That's some good ass stuff. Not just me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know what y'all gotta say, but that was.
Totally.
Me with my reinventing myself and my life.
Well, quickest ways to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
The quickest way.
Like,
What I did with my
like,
life, how it worked with me.
Where,
You
or
get
for
it.
you,
I'm
or,
telling you
or
what
for
I did,
anybody,
what I know
where
for
would
me.
you recommend that
What's a
they
couple
start
things?
at?
Yeah.
Where they start at is loving yourself. Getting to know yourself and your enemy. Your enemy, especially your internal self, the little voice that speak to you like everybody else. When you get depressed and you get angry, and you know you're angry, that's your enemy. Getting to know when you're angry and getting to know when to calm down, when your boundaries in life. I basically start writing stuff down that pops up in your head that you wanna fix
Right.
on.
Right.
I started basically getting to know myself and God first, putting God first.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
It's very short. It's very
Yeah.
simple. Just people can't see it.
Yeah.
No.
So
Say
ladies-
I don't
that
gotta speak
again.
too much.
Say that again, Judy. Say that
It
again.
comes
Yeah.
from yourself first to be able to love others and be able to make your life work better.
Okay.
Really,
I agree.
So
I can't say that again.
What's-
Writing things down, you know.
writing stuff
Writing
down.
stuff
You gotta
down.
write stuff down. Getting to know
Figure it out.
yourself.
Well,
Getting to know your enemy. If
well,
you don't know your enemy, you won't be able to.
for sure. And to
succeed.
throw another one in there, I think you definitely have to start dressing different because you have to find a way to make yourself feel different.
Yeah.
Because the beginning of this process is okay. I gotta change myself. How do I make myself feel
Changing your
different?
mindset.
Because when you feel different, you act different.
But to
And-
get there, what to get there, what are you gonna do? To
Well-
get there,
well,
what
like
you
I'm
gotta do?
saying,
You
you
gotta
gotta
get
get
to
the
know
financial
yourself.
gain.
No, like I'm saying.
You gotta know your enemy. You gotta encounter yourself there to
No,
be
for
able
sure,
to change.
for sure.
Get there.
And you have to change circles. And another thing,
Change people.
you have to
Ooh,
dress
change some
different.
circles.
Yeah.
Because the quickest way to, no matter what or whatever, the quickest way to change yourself, change how you look.
Change habits.
Yeah.
Change how you look. Because guess what? People see you like, hold up, something's going on. Because they'll treat you different from whether you're looking like you're ready to go to a club, or you're ready to go to church, or you're ready to go to work.
I just
You'll get treated
change your old
differently
habits to
according
new
that.
habits.
Yo, you
And
know
that's how
what?
you change how
No,
you
for sure.
become.
But habits are the hardest part to
changing how you
change.
eat, like you said.
Change
Changing
how
how
you
you dress. That's another one.
And also,
You know?
also being fearless. My bad, bro. I didn't
No,
want
you
to say
good.
something. I
No,
didn't
you
want
good,
to-
you good, you
Speak
good.
No,
your
it's like
jump,
you, man,
Mark.
it's on
Speak
you,
your
bro.
jump.
Bro, you good.
Go ahead, man. You
No,
go
I'm
ahead.
just saying,
Fearless,
but I'm
changing
loving
your
with Julie, you know what I'm
clothes, you
saying?
gotta change your
Changing
mind.
all those different things. And I said also, being fearless too, man. Because back in my days, I was more quiet, more reserved. I wouldn't speak like you see me on a little podcast or you'll see me on a little video saying, I wouldn't do that junk.
And to get to that point, you gotta know what scares you, what motivates you,
Yo,
what you
talk.
like and what you don't like. Well, who you gonna hang out? Who motivates you? Who is
pushes
really there
that?
for you? For
Who
you
pushes
to,
that up and
to
up,
push
man?
that
It's
out
definitely
there.
changing your circle.
Yep.
Changing your
circles
circle.
with it.
That comes up to that.
Totally.
Mhm.
I agree 100%.
So what's up? What you got to
What's
throw
up?
in,
Like I say, Mark, kill that junk, man.
No, you definitely. I agree with you guys. You
Yeah,
gotta
what-
change. Sometimes you gotta, change your outfit, change it up a little bit, just to kind of, it'll kind of bring a little bit more. I don't know what the word is, but
Well, the
kinda
outfit-
like a little spice. Like, hey, okay, I look different, I feel different.
The swag
you get that
game.
fresh
Give you your
air.
confidence. Because one thing you gotta keep
Exactly.
is your confidence,
Your
and, or
confidence.
if you lost it, you have to regain it.
Yeah.
And another thing too that was
Well,
super
you-
important was the scenery.
For that,
It's changing where you're at.
that's true. But for that, to change your outfits and stuff, you gotta change yourself because the outfit could be a disguise. That's only a disguise. It's something that you're wearing, and you gotta work with yourself to be able.
Because
to
you make yourself
Work,
look good and go to a certain
look
audience
good, and you're
behind
still
closed
gonna feel
doors
bad.
crying.
Work on yourself to not use a disguise.
No, work on
Sometimes you
yourself.
gotta trick yourself. Sometimes you gotta say, hey,
All right.
I'm a successful guy. I'm gonna dress
But
up.
no, you can't
I got
lie.
this
You
tie.
won't lie to yourself.
You gotta
no.
trick yourself sometimes.
No, it's not
I
tricky.
disagree.
So fake it till you
I
make it.
disagree. No disrespect. I
It's
disagree
not that
there.
you're lying,
It's
it's
not
that you're
fake it
ready
till
for
make it.
something better, and maybe you can't
Oh.
afford
And
it
you're
right
ready
then and there.
for it.
But
You're
you're
ready
gonna
for it.
If
act
you
like
can
it.
afford it, just don't do
Right.
it.
Fake
If you
it
can
till you
afford
make
it,
it.
just don't do it. Just work with yourself and just
All right,
afford
see,
what
that's
you
what I
want.
see.
That's
Everyone's
your
different.
time.
Yeah, everyone's different.
You know?
It all depends what works for you. Some people don't care about their clothing or how they look. Some people just care about how they're thinking, what they want to do, their goals. Some people need to have that
That clothing,
outfit
the
change.
outfit, they don't
It all
think about
depends.
themselves.
Yeah, it
The
all
outfit
depends.
first, themselves last,
But-
or themselves first, and then the outfit second.
But how
Yeah.
you feel,
All depends.
how you look correlates with how you feel.
Right,
You know
right.
what I
You
mean?
feel good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you know,
You
you
gonna
got your
feel
best.
good.
Listen, when Mark got his best outfit on, he's fucking spicy.
Nah,
That's
hell
true.
no.
Listen,
Ooh.
listen, I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
true. That's
I-
true.
Like
I'm
hot
gonna tell you
sauce.
right
My
now.
sneakers.
I'm gonna tell you
Like
right
hot
now.
sauce.
Yo,
Crazy.
when I'm telling
He's
Mark, I'm
spiking
like,
like
listen,
that.
we need to promote today.
Right.
So
right,
Mark
right.
rocking his new kicks.
Nah,
Okay.
no.
So hey, listen. So he's taking a picture.
Bro, I
He's
got
taking
kick-
a. Hey,
What's
he's,
the point of kicks? They're
hey,
down here.
hey,
You can't see
hey,
them.
hey. Why are you interrupting me?
I could
So
be
he's
wearing
taking a
socks.
picture.
Interruption.
He's like, yo, I'm gonna take a picture of his phone. Pop. but he got the kicks are in the pick.
Oh, man.
Yo, then and then all of a sudden I'll see him come downstairs.
Oh,
And then he'll be like, he'll bend over, but he'll lift like his shoes. I'm like, yo, I'm like, all right, Mark, them shoes are fresh, but come on,
You see the soles?
you ain't gotta do it. So I can feel he feeling spicy. I'm like, yo, this dude is, he feeling good.
You be observing Mark a lot.
Yeah,
Spicy.
you
No, and I watch him, and he's always good with the customers, but I noticed, like, okay, when he got new kicks, he act the fool.
But real talk, what he's saying, he got a point though. Cause like on my wedding day, bro, when I put up my outfit, I felt like a king.
Yeah.
I didn't care what you said. I could do every dance move with my new outfit. I was like, ooh, y'all didn't see me out here right now. Well, y'all didn't see
I
me.
remember the first time I put on the tux, I felt
Yo, I'm telling you, the
like
outfit changing, man.
I didn't like the tux feel.
For real?
I don't know why.
Bro, I
It's the
felt
little
so,
flaps in the back.
I
You
felt
felt
so
like a
clean.
penguin. No,
I was like, damn.
I like the tie, but the tux, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ricky Suave.
Rico Suave. Get on the
So when it comes to reinvention, definitely scenery, the people, your style, all that comes into play. Ultimately, it got to be you, but at least these are the things that help you get a little boost. Because what affects us well, not affects us, but what's the hardest thing to do is to get started.
Yeah.
And the big things are the hardest. Like, it's hard if you think a certain way to change that. But it's easier to say, okay, well, I'm going to dress a little different because just put on some clothes. Or I'm going to talk to a few different people. I'm going to try to... Then, after a while, your language change.
Yeah.
The things you enjoy change. You'll pick up a new habit. Like,
that scenery thing you talked about was...
the scenery is ultra important. Like, I
important.
was going to move from here, and I was actually looking at Sarasota. And I forgot what happened. I think my family were just thinking, like, no, we're not going to go with you. So, like...
You're like, I can't go by myself,
like,
so fuck it.
Well, I got kids.
He thought about it, though, one time.
I got a split family, so it's like, it's hard for me to move, because one non-negotiable thing for me is my kids. And if my kids can't be with me, be where I'm at, I'm not going there. I'm sorry. But if it wasn't, I would have picked Cali, South Florida. I always loved New York.
Wow, you like that traffic.
The way he said it, though.
Yeah,
you know what
Florida.
it is? I feel I can make it happen.
You see me in Tennessee in the mountains.
I feel those big cities are
I like
for me.
Tennessee.
Yo, big cities are banging.
When I go to the big cities, I'm like, yo, this is me.
Yeah.
I run into people that are like me, and that talk like me and that act like me.
Yep.
I'm like, hold up. This is us. This is us. So with smaller cities, I don't feel it because it's.
But it's your own identity in the smaller cities.
Yeah,
it's only one of you out here.
At the end of the day, I tell myself it's okay to be a big fish in a small pond. Because guess what? You're the big person, but
you're the big.
Like I said, I'm where my family's at.
Yeah.
But
So on reinvention, what is like the three main things you guys think? If we were to say, hey, these are the three main things we need you to do. We need you to write stuff down.
To do it, be persistent, and
precise,
have consistency.
Consistency.
Well, vocabulary is a big deal because
feel your ambition
when someone comes
and finish your ambition. Write down your ambition. Fill it up, like finish it. And then when you finish what you want, then you scratch it off, write something else, and do it consistently.
Like a balloon.
Like working overtime in your mind over and over and over. It's going to be nasty. You're going to feel comfortable. Some days you don't even want to do it because it's a routine of life, at work, at families, and this and that. But every day, take at least 30 minutes in your life, only 30 minutes, every single day for the rest of your life.
Towards your goal.
Towards your goals for the rest of your life. When you're ready to really, really, really change your life, do that for the rest of your life.
And it's okay to, when you reinvent yourself, it's okay to tell yourself, like, hey, it's okay to, it's not that the old you wasn't good enough, but it's okay to be different, to be new, be evolved, because the world is evolving every day. Like I was talking to Marc, and I was talking to Preacher Parker and Juni, is like, say for instance, Black Buster was the shit back in the day, but guess what? They didn't evolve. Like I heard this crazy article where they could have bought Netflix. For back in the day, Netflix was doing the mail DVDs in. You mail it in and whatever, and then Netflix actually came to Blockbuster, said $50 million, we'll be part of you. You can own us. Blockbuster didn't want to change, and guess what? The stuff flip flop. Blockbuster's not even around, and Netflix we can't live without.
And now they got blockbuster
Yeah.
movies on Netflix.
On
I'm just saying.
Netflix.
I'm just
Tell me
saying.
about it.
And then,
I'm just saying.
And then another thing is too
got
is
it,
like
Bob.
look at BlackBerry. BlackBerry told the world, hey, we are who we are, and we're not changing for nobody. And the world will come back to what we're doing, and then it never happened.
Yeah.
Then Samsung came in, Apple, and BlackBerry became now after they lost who they were, they coming out with Android phones now.
Yeah.
You know, so
I
it's,
feel like
they
Android
lost
ran so
the
much
touch.
better
They
on
lost
their
that touch.
devices.
This is all
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
and
But,
it is.
you
But
know.
the thing is, they waited too late,
Yeah.
and they
to
lost.
allow
They
Android.
lost
that
their
touch.
leverage.
Yeah.
Bottom
So-
line about it, if you have a passion for something, like a true passion for something, there's something that's calling you right now. You don't even know it. You at home right now, you looking at your bills, you looking at your struggles, you looking at the drama of your life, and there's something still inside of you that you can't get out of your body. You know, you need to do this.
Yeah.
You feel
Oh,
what I'm
it's
saying?
your life, or you do it.
You do it. You know what I mean?
Basically,
It's like
it keeps
how long
building
you
up.
gonna keep procrastinating
It
those
keeps building
dreams and letting those cemeteries get rich with your gifts. You feel what I'm saying? That's the realest stuff you can say to somebody.
Totally.
Yep.
You burying you burying your gifts, you burying somebody else's blessings
And
by
you
being
feel it.
selfish with
Yeah.
your own dreams. And then that's how I feel. That's how Peter Parker feel. I'm sorry.
Yo, one thing real quick.
Yeah, bro.
Speak that.
Yo, this is real quick. Just, I think everybody has gone through this. Have you guys ever had a situation where you felt like it was basically everything was gonna go down,
Right.
but basically what you thought was gonna go down basically turned out to be like the biggest blessing
What?
that you've ever,
Come
like,
on.
you know what I mean? Like,
Like
maybe
what?
you got
Like what?
fired.
Enlighten me.
Maybe you got fired. Maybe
From
your
where?
girl. Maybe your girl left you.
Speak that,
you
come
know,
on.
Maybe you know.
But you got her
You went
back.
through a
though.
divorce.
You got it
all
back.
that.
No, I'm just saying. Maybe something happened, and you know, it felt like it was like, wow, this is the end of the world. But it just ended up being like just like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
To get
Well,
you to the next level.
No, for sure. And when it comes to that, you always got to remember because people go through that every day, and it's hard for them to get through. But when you've been somewhere, and you're like, damn, how can I get past? Is that listen, life was there before this person
Hey.
or before this job,
Exactly.
and you were okay.
Facts.
Then they came in, and a lot of people forget that, and they
If
suffer.
they forget that you don't need the person, you don't need to anybody to be able to be
Well-
happy. You need yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta love yourself.
Love yourself to be able to love others. So you don't need, because remember, you lived before, like he said, before. She or he or whoever was there first. And then you were living okay.
Yeah.
And then you go through that life and you go through storms.
And
You know?
not everybody is there for forever. Sometimes people are there for a short period of time to show you something maybe you couldn't see or to play a part, and then that's their role. Is I was here for a little bit of time and then I go. I've been there.
It's
I've been
temporary.
in a relationship
Life is
where,
school.
where that was like that.
That's why they don't teach
All
you
you
at
gotta
school.
remember,
That the real
at the
school
end
is
of the
life.
day, no matter what your relationships, you got family, you got all this stuff going on, that you are individual. You have to individually remember who you are. Identify who you are. Don't forget the blessings you're supposed to do with you. Because you ever never realize that most people be in a relationship for a long time and they forget who they are. And somebody else's dreams is going big and they always in the background saying, man, I should have did that with my life. Guess what? You could have. But
No,
you
that's-
chose somebody else to have that blessing. You sitting back in your
Yeah,
house.
no, that's why you gotta make
Yeah.
every day count. You gotta make sure that every day.
We gotta make sure every day counts. We gotta make sure everything's going good.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So listen,
text.
man. I'm sorry we got off topic.
Hey,
And we definitely-
on top, we was on this.
Yeah.
We on it. We just
We
like,
kinda-
writing down
kinda,
stuff for the
but
future. We
We
gotta
kind of
get
gotta
it like
wrap it
that.
up. We gotta wrap it up here, and
Yeah.
it was a great episode. Let us know what you think. I
Let's
really want to
subscribe,
know,
man.
and if
Like
Down
this.
there,
you
Juni
know,
the traveler.
and if you're surprised that Mark the Tech was in special education, listen,
Nah,
he
hey,
came a
yeah.
long way.
Doesn't
See,
matter.
I-
Anybody
It's
can
not
do
about
that.
the struggle.
Anybody could be
It's
there,
about
you know.
where you come from.
My teacher hated me.
Hey,
Your teacher
where you
might hate
going?
you too.
Hey, for sure. And hey,
It
listen,
was just for a year or two.
and
We
we out.
You want to go with a song?
Yo.
All right, we got
See, we
DMX.
out here.
We out.
We
DMX.
Woo.
Placa, placa.